White police officers in black neighborhood, they are not there to protect black people. If you're black and you got money and you want safety, take your black self into a white neighborhood and be there. That's the only way you get some leverage of police protection or white police protection. And even at that, they got their eyes on you. Look, white police officers do not see African Americans as people that they ought to put their life on the line for. So for us who from other countries who don't know what goes on here, it's easy for you to see me and say, oh man, all the guy does every day is criticize white police officer. In this country, historically, white police officer had never, ever been in the interest of black people. The whole construct of white police officer in this country is not to protect black people. No. The only reason why you don't see what we see is because you fail to see what we see. What you see, and especially if you're not African American, you see something totally different. And even those who are African Americans who see white police officer will say it in a form of playing it safe. Because what good is it going to do you to criticize white officers when you know they got the eyes on you? The orchestration and the engineer of white officer in this country is not to protect black people. Never been, never will be. And do you guys have a clue on how many African Americans die in this country every single day? Look, I spend almost all my time checking and investigating and seeing how many officers are involved shooting. And with me. Okay, don't do that research. You guys are getting information that is not even pertaining to what goes on in this country when it comes to police brutality. Now, when we see the facts and bring the facts up every single day, oh, it look like, man, all the guy does every day is criticize white officer. If there are a lot of unjustifiable killings of black people in this country by police officer, and because of the construct, like I said again, because of the construct, it is not intended to protect African Americans. And that's the reason why a lot of African Americans are dying every day in the hands of white police officers. Now, you can believe what you want to believe. You can see what you want to see. You can think what you want to think. And your thinking does not erase what goes on in African American neighborhood. Your thinking does not change the attitude of the violence and the abuse that African American goes through every single day in this country by white police officer. Now, a lot of you guys will say, well, white police officer put their life on the line. Now the question, they put their life on the line for who? Who are they putting their life on the line for? Not African Americans. The matter of fact, for the construct, let me go back again to the construct. The construct of policing in this country is not to protect African Americans. So when you say they put their life on the line, who do they put their life on the line for? They don't put their life on the line for me. They don't put a life on the line for those who they're killing every day. They put their life on the lines for the ones that matters. And you guys know the ones that matter. You're from a foreign country. Yes, you automatically see white officer, yeah, as the norm individual to criticize. But stay long enough and see what's going on. You understand? Someone told me it can be. It cannot be that every white officer is just racist. It cannot be. What statistics said it is. So if statistics says it is, statistic data are facts. So regardless of whether you ignore the data and one officer render you one favor, you would assume, oh yeah, not all of them. You got to be out of your mind thinking that it's not all of them because one render you a favor. Because one render you a favor, you assume now you're attacking us who's saying all of them. And now you just caught up in that one favor for one. You're not seeing the harm that many are creating in this country. But you will sit back and say, no, when I needed this, there was a white officer who was there who helped me out, nice to me and stuff like that. So whatever he's saying doesn't make sense. Great. It don't have to make sense, but it's the fact. All are. And if you got one in it all who is doing you a good favor, great. It does not erase the fact. With me.